and lizards and Mr. Tradlife.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. Here we go. Let's get it on. Welcome back to Holy Smokes and Hidden Truths. Of course, I'm the smoker, and the truth is not going to be. The truth won't be joining us tonight. We do have Tradlife coming in hot. So we're gonna wait for her to join us tonight. And so yeah, we're gonna talk about horoscopes and crystals and magic and probably some of the Bible because she's Christian like I am. And yeah, gonna get down to it. Get into it. Fucking dig it deep. So what's going on, everyone? Thanks for coming on out tonight. Slowly but surely, Mother of Drummers is in the house. What's up? How are you? Zeal Bubba, my dude, what's up, man? How are you? What's going on, peeps? What's going on? What's going on in the chat? What's going on in life? How are things? Are you prepared for 31 Atlas? We're going to be talking about that tonight as well. Little bit of some new stuff coming out from 3i Atlas. I've been saying it wrong this whole time. No one's ever corrected me. No one ever corrects me on anything. How am I going to learn? I can't learn if you don't correct me. 3i Atlas is got some new stuff coming from him. We'll check into him and see what he's got going on. Why am I being told twice? I just got another follower in Rumble. That's what that's about. Okay, well, thanks for the follow. Thanks for joining in. Of course, it's always a good idea. Always a pleasure and a good idea to stream every other week. We are normally here because we have work lives and external things that we have to do. Trevor, for example, is on doing band practice right now. Shit happens. That's how it goes. Am I the only one in here? Yes, you are. Yes, you are the only one in there right now, Mother of Drummers. Dialectic Lord Jesus checking in. LJ, my man, how are you? Yes, I saw the message you sent me on Twitter. I will check into it. I will look into it. So yeah, Mother of Drummers. Most people catch this on the replay. I woo them to sleep. I woo them into a zombie-like coma to help them get through at least to one break. That's my philosophy normally. Normally it's 3 hours. I don't know if it's 3 hours or what you do for your breaks, but hopefully I can get you through to a break, and this will kill a bit of time for you. That's my goal. That's my purpose in life, to help people kill the day where they're at work. Because that's what I do for myself, really. I don't want to get into too much without her here. We're waiting for her because she's putting the kids to bed. She's got kids, got little ones, and so they're all going to bed. So it's taking a bit. She messaged me already. She's gonna be a little late. Bedtimes. I get it. I was a parent as well. How many parents we got watching tonight? Are you solo? No, I will not be solo tonight, LJ. No, I'm waiting for my guest to show up, and she will show up when she's damn good and ready. So to speak. What is making the news? We're gonna get a war in Venezuela. We don't know what's going. Oh, that's a spider. Spiders must die. Go away. I don't care if you're in the shed or not, but you're in my zone. You're gonna die. Where'd you go? Now I'm scared. I lost it. I went to kill it. You know when you try to kill a spider or a bee or something, and you miss, and you worry if they're gonna hold a grudge like a crow or something to come back and get you. Some hornets, man. Some hornets and bees. They're fucking vindictive little fuckers. I don't know if we're going to get a war in Venezuela or not. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. That's interesting. They already shot down apparently a speedboat that was flying through. We got women and children being raped and men being beat up in their own homes. Doug Ford calling for castle laws. We got all the premiers now who actually have a more of a right-wing constituency are calling for castle laws in Canada. I was looking with my nephew about it. Apparently, in the judicial system of Canada, there are 9 circumstances that you have to meet in order for you to defend yourself in your home. From what we watched about Pierre Poilievre talking about the judicial system and how he wants to reform it. Instead of 9 conditions, there's going to be 6 or something like that. I don't know how he plans on doing it, but mind you, he's all talk anyway, and a politician. And all politicians are liars. All politicians are liars. So does it really matter? Spiders are friends. Spiders are friends if they're in your house killing insects, LJ. Only if they're killing insects. If they're killing insects, then they're doing their job in your house. In the shed, yeah, sorry, I don't need insects killed in here, to be honest. I don't need them in here. I don't need them walking around. I'm good. I'm outside, for fuck's sakes. I'm outside in the backyard. So I think, there's just going to be things that are going to crawl in here. I don't think she did not need approval. She should be on her way. If Butterboy wants the castle doctrine, then Urban unban the pistols. Well, that's a federal thing is the problem, because that comes from the RCMP. So that's more federal. That's a federal thing. Could you do that, I wonder? Bad Hat Harriet, what's up? Where the hell is my track? I don't know where she is. I don't know. She talked about you though, said you were quite the aficionado on magic and horoscopes and stuff. So Millhouse is a dunce. Yes, he is. Millhouse is a dunce. Yes, we're waiting for Trad. She's coming. Just hold on to your knickers. Hold on to your knickers. Trad's coming. She's coming. I don't know how you all know her by. I know her as, I just call her Trad. Because, she went from Trad wife, Roguespear's wife, and to Tradlife. And it's like, well, I don't know why you made the transition when we were all so used to saying Trad wife. But it is what it is. You go through your different handles, right? So I've known her for a long time. I've been to her place. We've hung out a couple times now. Great people up there in the Great White North. The Great White North. Good fireworks shows too, actually. I missed this year. I was poor. Can't be everywhere doing everything and seeing everyone, unfortunately. So it is what it is. You're popular, Bad Hat Harriet. I know you from Chris Freestone streams. So yeah, we're gonna talk with her about the weird shit that I like talking about, which is fun. And we will see where we get to, is what we'll do. Hurry up. Don't make me do this alone. I ain't doing this alone, unless I'm prepared to do it alone, and then I normally have a rant that I'll go off on. But I don't have. Well, I do, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Have you started digging your tunnels yet? I'm not worried too much about Three Eye Atlas. I'm more worried about Apophis and how that ties into the Bible. There's a good episode on Apophis from the Y Files. If you go check him out, I don't really like his content. I'm not really a big fan of Hecklefish, which is his little fish mascot, kind of like Philip. But I wonder if that's why Rage never gave Philip a voice, because it'd be fucking annoying. It'd be fucking annoying, probably. I imagine. Good evening, sir. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. Hey, Slip, get a haircut. Mother of Drummers. She's hilarious. Yeah, I know, right? I was going to braid it, actually. I was going to start braiding it. Maybe I'll go blonde or red. I like redheads. Redheads are hot. So I was going to, braid it, and get one of them. Do one of those manly braids. Not a French braid, because that would be gay. But a manly braid going down. What do you think? Could do it here, too. That fish sounds Jewish. Well, I don't know. I don't know his nationality, we'll say. I didn't look into it, but it is a good episode on the link says to download Rumble Studio, which I already have. Got into Rumble Studio and it keeps saying access denied. All right, let me do it this way then. Hold on, we're gonna have to do some technicality thingamabobs. See here. Okay. We will do it this way. I have other ways of doing things. I do. I need to find, where's the search tab at on Telegram? That's my question. Why is there no search? There should be a search tab. I'm confused. Oh, that's why. I found it. Nope. It's Rad Life. Look for you up on Telegram. Bing! Ba-ding! Oh no, there's 1,000 of you. Why is there 1,000 of you? Oh no. No. Why is there 1,000 of you? Don't tell me there's thousands of you. Oh no, we're gonna have to play. Message the slip. Yeah, it says you're unauthorized. You are unauthorized. On Telegram. That's your best bet. I'm always better to be reached on Telegram anyway. I should have did this earlier. I was gonna set it up for a second avenue, just in case. I was like, no, this will work. But unfortunately, sometimes it does not, and there are the times when it does not work. So we're gonna wait for her to send me a message on Telegram. There she is. Oh, it's Homestead Tradlife. Oh, well. Pardon me. There you go. Boom. Try that. That should work. If that doesn't work, well, then we're screwed, blued, and tattooed. That's what we'll be. That should work, though. If it doesn't, we have a problem. We'll have an issue if it doesn't work. Yeah, of course. There's only one. I only have one. Yeah, I'm aware. There's no such thing as a team member link. What are you talking about? No such thing as a team member link. Invite participants. There's no. I've never seen a team member thing on this on Rumble. I'm on Rumble Studios. It should work. I don't think. Are you using your phone or a laptop? I wonder if that's the problem. You're pushing something you shouldn't push. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I remember going through this myself, and I forget what I was doing wrong. Trad is a legend. Trad is Legion. I hope you mean Alberta girl. What's up? How are you? Evening. Odious ones. Oh, Odious. I like Odious. Odious is a good one. Does that work? Did it work? Did it work or no? We're not sure. Don't know. Just gonna keep talking to the chat until she shows up. That's how it's gonna work. Just keep talking to the chat. I don't know what's going on. Oh, we're typing. We're typing again. I don't know. This is bad. Not typing. We don't want typing. We just want showing up. Still says I'm not authorized. You're doing something wrong. Get out of Rumble Studio first and foremost. It's not through Rumble Studio. You have to come into the studio, but it's not through Rumble Studio. Fuck, I need assistance. Madam Breezy's in the house. What's up? Hola. How are you? Hola. Shit. I don't know. I don't know how to fix this. She's pushing something wrong. She's got to be pushing something wrong. Don't we have anyone in this chat who does live streaming? Where's Tom at? Mother of Drummers, tell your send to text me. We're having technical difficulties. I don't know how to walk her through this neither. Watch a YouTube video? I don't know. That problems. I've had this before though. Who did I have this with? Shit. I had this issue with someone else. I forget who. Well, what are we gonna do? We need to figure this out. 15 minutes deep. This is not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. We have issues. Don't know. I don't know how to fix this problem. This is beyond my comprehension of things to be able to fix. The only thing I do is send her another link on Messenger and try. Requires approvals not activated. That's fine. I'm about to dump this in the chat. I swear to fuck I will. I'll dump it in the chat. What did you say? Yeah, I heard you. Oh, I heard you. No, I literally heard you. I heard you come in. I know I heard you. Something. I heard a ka-ding. There was a contain. I heard it. Hey, you text Thompson. I'm in the middle of a live stream. I can't do that. Shit. I don't know what to do here. Let's do this. Oh, try it again. See what happens. Can you make a new? Yes, done. Here, try that. See how that works. And that's the same one. Looks like the same one to me. Unless I try to do it so that you have to requires approval. Tom, hey man, Trad's having a hard time coming in, and she's using Rumble. It keeps asking her to download Rumble. I'm right here. It's asking her to download Rumble and then Rumble Studio, and then she goes to go in, and it's saying she's not authorized. But I'm sending her a link on Messenger. I tried doing it on Telegram, and it didn't work. So I don't know what to do. Now we're confused. Now it's just this. We're just called this confused stream. Works for me. I'm fine with that. I'm always confused. I'm normally confused. Normally confused about things. No. What do you mean no? What do you got? What do you think? No, not working. Not working is what it's not doing. Problems. Just problem. We're having technical boomer problems. That's what that is. Huh. What do you think, Tom? What do you think? Rumble Studio is weird. Yeah, I know. Doesn't work all the time. Link, not a guest. That's a team member link, not a guest link. Huh. There's only one link. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do this. Try this. I'll put it here. Try that one. And then I also throw it in here. Just because. Send to. See what happens with that. And go from there. I thought I heard her join earlier. I could have sworn. She has to add camera and mic. Oh, you don't think she's not? You think she's not adding the camera and mic? Oh, it's a possibility. Yeah, you have to. Not. It's not even letting her in the studio at all. Does she have to have a camera and mic active? Hit the please stand by clip. LOL. I don't have one of those. I'm gonna make one now. That's the plan. I was gonna make another Plaid Wizard clip, but I was like, we need one. Now I need one. Experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Imagine. I'm waiting for now. That I gave her 2 new clips. I'm adding it. You're adding it. What are you adding? You're adding? What are you adding things to? What are you adding? I'm so confused what you're adding to. Let's see if this works. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll have to move on, I guess, because I'm at a loss. This year. What say thee, O Tradlife? Does it appear that you are going to? It's when I press join, it says unauthorized. Yeah, I don't know. I sent you 2 new clips. Both were for approval because the other 2 I sent you weren't for approval. You just could have jumped in. So I don't know why it's being a pain in the ass for you. That's a lot of people start asking, well, what browser are you? Have you tried turning it off and on? You know, let's see. Nope, still nothing. That is a problem I foresee. So what we're gonna do is we'll need approval. Yeah, approval. What we'll do is we'll throw one out to who I saw in the chat. Let's see here. Yeah. Take 2 people. Yep, ain't working. Try that. I don't know. Try that. I mean, see if that works. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. And that's the same link too. It won't change the link. ADMPPNX. It's the same one every time. So I don't know. So we'll take a couple people in and we'll talk about it. We'll carry on with other things that should show up in the YouTube chat. I just put the link to the show in the chat. We'll see who wants to join in. We'll take 2 people and go from there. How's that? That sounds like a good idea. This isn't a Chris Freestone free for all. Like, this is not the House of Bad Influence. This is out of desperation because we lost her. We lost her. She went down with a ship. I don't know what happened. She was flying in an airplane and I don't know, engine blew on it. Something. At any rate, we were going to talk about Cliff. You keep trying and see what you can YouTube something. YouTube and see if you can get it to work. And then we'll go on with what you were actually suggesting that we talk about. A guy by the name of Cliff High. It's interesting. Shit. I should be able to hear it. It should pop off. It should, I'm assuming. We'll find out. So Cliff High developed this internet web bot and is an internet computer program whose developers claim is able to predict future events by tracking keywords entered on the internet. It was developed in 1997 originally to predict trends on company shares publicly listed. The creator of the web bot project, Cliff High, along with associate George Urey, keep the technology and algorithms largely secret and sell the predictions via the website. Methodology. This is where I got lost right here. Internet bots monitor news articles, blogs, forums, and other forms of internet chatter. Words and lexicon are assigned numerical values for emotional quantifiers such as duration, impact, immediately, intensity, and others. The lexicon is dynamic and changes according to the shifts in emotional tension and how humans communicate those changes using the internet. As of 2008, there were about 300,000 keywords in lexicon, along with emotional contexts, which are fed into a computer-generated model space. The operators of a web bot interpret the bot's results and make a report called the ELTA report, available on their website to paying subscribers. ELTA stands for the Asymmetrical Language and Trend Analysis. Many believe the predictions are pseudoscientific and too vague to be meaningful, despite the creators have made many claims after the fact that their reports have predicted important events. I would go to say yes, I actually do believe that. They have about a 50-50 hit and miss, which is standard because the bot is not interpreting a damn thing. Because as I read it, the operators of WebBot interpret the bot's results. It's not the bots. The bots are just spitting out letters and numbers, and it's the people trying to decode what the computer is spitting out that is the one actually making the predictions. And that's why it's a 50-50 hit. If you take a multiple choice test on any subject, you will, I think the average result is 50-50. If it's just true and false, 50-50. That's, you're going to get about 50%. 50% of the time you'll be right. Roughly. Give or take. So that to me right there, it's like, well, that's the human counterpart to this. So Cliff High, anyway, he made a bunch of predictions. 3i Atlas, he's talked about it. I watched a video of him. Looks like a really smart guy. Not gonna lie, looks like a really smart guy. COVID was crown disease. Yeah, I mean there's been quite a few, but he's 50-50. 50-50. I think it was he thought that Israel was going to bomb Iran under Barack Obama. It did not. It did it under Trump. Was how long of a process was that? We don't know. I mean, there's the hits and misses with it. It's like, man, but I mean, I did look into him himself. I was watching him on a video, and he doesn't sound out of his mind. He doesn't sound crazy. This was a system built to predict stocks. It just so happened to also do, there seems to be some really weird coincidences where it's getting a bunch of this other stuff right too. So it's trying to predict stocks. So you would think, well, given the success of any computer program, how well is it at predicting stocks? Well, how rich is he? How many millions and millions of dollars does he have from creating the system? Like, that's what you have to ask, right? So I don't know. It's a 50-50 chance. Well, I mean, 50-50 still 50-50. It's fun. It's Nostradamus stuff in a way. I don't put much stock into anything prophetic about the future because the future is unknown. And because the future is unknown and unpredictable at best, I would say it's unpredictable, very much so. The future is very unpredictable. You don't know. I mean, he was talking about getting into magic as well. You're gonna have to talk to me through the chat now, Chad. Um, you can look at it where he was, because he was talking about karma and how everyone's connected with a karma chain. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, buddy, calm down. Like, where are we going with this? Like, where this the karma chain, and it follows you and it processes you and it's in the now and it's in the moment. And I'm like, what in the fuck is this nonsense? I get it. In a way, like, it makes sense. Like, your future is your fault. In a way, that's what he's saying. Your future is your own fault. It's kind of like in Canada where you can only stab back. You're not allowed to stab. Someone breaks into your house, you're only allowed to stab back, you know? They break your arm, you can break their arm. Fair is fair, I guess, in Canada. But, like, you bring everything on yourself by the words you speak. By the words you speak, you create your own destiny. By the words you speak, by your own actions, you create what befalls you. You reap what you sow. He's saying karma, you reap what you sow. Same thing. Same difference, right? He doesn't claim or want to be seen as a prophet. He just wants to discuss and discover consciousness. Yeah, I know, Trad. I was looking at him. I was watching him. He does not seem hyperbolic at all. Very down to earth. He was talking about the Three Eye Atlas and how they think Oumuamua. If you read some scientific papers of the way he was describing the orbit, Oumuamua was the first one to fly through, and then another one, and now this is number 3. The way they were saying that Oumuamua went through with direction of spin, they're saying that it was something created. Like, that's not natural. It wasn't a natural interstellar visitor. It was a device. Well, okay, possibly. We don't know for sure. And I mean, even Three Eye Atlas. I mean, yeah. So what? It's coming at correlation is not causation. And even he was saying that Three Eye Atlas comes from which I also read. It comes from the Sagittarius constellation, and that it would have took 50 million years to get to our, not the Oort cloud, the heliosphere, which is the glow of the sun flying through the universe. And 5,000 years to finally catch up to the sun. To finally catch up to it, another 5,000 years. These crazy numbers. He's like, what would be the fucking point? What would be the point of that? Like, what would be the point? It makes no sense. So I like that. I like that thinking where he's logical. He's logical. He's thinking about things. He's not jumping to conclusions. And for everyone out there, if you think the system is rigged, why are you playing along with the system? I don't understand this. Why are people playing along with the system? I don't get it. I pulled out of it for a reason. I pulled out of this. Like, I'm out. Fuck. The system's trying to fuck us over and nobody sees it. Why is everyone's just marching along with them? Do. Man, like, every politician's a liar. Can we all agree with that? We'll all agree every politician that I see is a fucking liar. Well, maybe not Daniel Smith. I'm sure she lies about some things that she has to, but it's like they're such pandering fucks. Maybe I'm just like putting out my distaste for PP in a way. He's such a pandering fuck, and I'm just whitewashing everyone like Justin Trudeau and Carney and fucking Doug Ford, specifically Doug Ford. What a fucking bullshit, man. Pompous. Elias is an ancient name for Apollo, Lucifer. Elias? Elias. Oh. Elias. Oh. It's, what is it? 3 eye 3i Atlas. 3. So what's the number 3? 3 is C in our language. Alpha, beta, kappa. So kappa in Greek. Gematria. Yeah. It matters. That shit matters. I just look for connections. 3A. So it would be Cialis. Would it not? Would that not be Cialis? That would be Cialis, right? I think so. Yeah, it'd be Cialis. Odd. Needs an erection. It needs to have an erection. Or maybe it is the erection. Maybe it is the ability. When did the Luciferians start using medication as call signs for themselves? It's weird. It's so strange. Helios. The Helios. Oh, the Helios. Oh, you're talking about the Helios. Oh, the Helios. Oh, the Helios. Yes. What did you call it? Can I go? I don't think I can go back up. You called it. Can I go back up? I can't go back up. Ancient name for Apollo, Lucifer. I did not know that. Helios. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I don't believe in Lucifer, though. Oh, fucking typos. I know, right? They're just so horrible. Hey, Bad Hat Harriet, why don't you come jump on? Oh, we go. Tom, here we go. There's one. We got one. He can't resist. Come on in, my friend. My good, fine, feathered friend. I'm going to hit your button. Nope, doesn't do any damn thing. Doesn't do nothing. There he is. Tom.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Right on.
We have you. 5x5, bud. 5x5.
5x5.
5x5. What do you think about 3i Atlas?
Well,
let's get your opinion on it.
Light of smoke for this one.
Oh fuck! Oh, all right, well, don't fucking talk me, toys. Bounce me in good time.
Well, I've been watching this 3i Atlas thing for a while,
Same.
And I do have my doubts about it, especially the main mouthpiece pushing it.
Yeah, you said that.
That's one of the reasons why I kind of have a little bit of doubt. Like, I'm not saying space is fake and gay, because it's fucking not, but I think they're hyping it up a little bit too much. Like, I don't know. I like to think things like this, like in multiple different angles, and so like, okay, let's take it for at first face value that it's a chunk of something flying through the fucking space.
Right.
It's on a very specific trajectory, same as the two before it, which I find fascinating.
Is it from the same trajectory? All three come from Sagittarius?
I don't know, but I did not know about the Sagittarius thing until I heard you say it a few minutes ago, and I was just like, fucking figures, I'm a goddamn Sagittarius, of course. Big chunk of fucking space rock coming at the planet. It's like, oh great, it's coming in on it. No,
right.
So there's that. Then you get into all the really wild shit that people going on about it. Like, there's a 0.002% chance that it's natural or less than or something like that. So they're saying, oh, it's got to be constructed, right? Now, something quote constructed can happen in space, not necessarily by hands or whatever the case may be. It's called gravity and shit sticking together. So there is like space stuff, like a lot of how planets formed and shit like that. Just the shit sticking together. I'm no fucking scientist or space scientist, but it's like, it's kind of common sense. We're not immune to things flying through the solar system at us.
No,
at all.
We're not. We should actually be very, very fucking concerned about shit flying through the fucking universe at us. We should all be very, very, very concerned. We all should have fucking deep bunkers under fucking ground to survive 100 years of fucking no fucking sun. That's what we should be thinking about.
Even that, but depending on the size of whatever's coming at us, sometimes that won't even stop it. Right? Like, if there's something coming at us bigger than Earth, or like at least like the size of Mars, it's kaput, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. The way I look at it, I was watching the Y-Files with Apophis. He does an amazing video on it. It goes through what would happen if Apophis did hit. Not if it passes by. What if they did hit?
Yeah.
What in the fuck is this now? Only Rumble Studio persons can see this. What is this? Let me
I guess
in.
yeah.
Let
There
me
it
in.
is.
Let up. There she is. I've done it before. I've done it before where I've tried to press the people's pictures and it doesn't bring them up. Tried it. You have to enable stuff.
I had
Hi.
to I had to uninstall Rumble Studio and reinstall it, and then it worked.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Okay, Tom, get lost. I'm joking.
No, I'm fine with that. That's cool because I knew it was supposed to be your guys' show anyway.
I'm
so.
joking. I'm joking. I'm
Right.
joking.
I hear you too, Tom. Like about the 3i Atlas, like, and even Cliff says himself, like in his most recent Substack, like he says, like the most likely thing that is going to happen is that it's going to pass on by. But he likes to entertain all the ideas,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
No, that's what I liked about him. That's what I liked
yeah,
about him. Tom, what
and
do you,
it's interesting what they say it's made out of because it's nickel and cyanide, but
yeah,
it's nickel without iron with it, which
yeah.
like you don't find nickel without iron
Or
naturally.
was
It
it no water, no
separated.
yeah, no
Yeah.
water, no it was a CO2 but not CO, what was the other one? Carbon monoxide. They found carbon dioxide but not carbon monoxide, which was weird.
And, yeah, and at the same time, it's like who knows if what they're telling us about it is true. Like
Oh fuck, no,
I want to look and see who all is talking about it, right?
well,
Like
that's the problem.
I haven't really gone deep into the research on it myself. I've just listened to what other people have been saying about it. Yeah.
Like
But
if
I
they
just
don't
think it's something interesting, right?
like
For whatever reason, there is something going on, or they're trying to psyop us with something, right? So,
I think it's a cool science experiment until we find aliens. If we find aliens, we're fucked because then it will detect us. They're like, oh fuck, what's over here? So that's when it's a bad idea. So it's a good idea if it's a science experiment and we can see this rock that flew from Sagittarius all the way around, loop around the sun. Cool, we can see that far out. I think that's good science until we discover aliens. If we found an alien spaceship, we're fucked because then it will detect dust and then it just leads into a bunch of other shit that I don't want to get into. Right?
well, it could. That's one possibility, but like a whole bunch of other shit could happen too, right? Like we literally have no fucking clue. Like at the end
No
of the
clue.
day, we're like dumb.
Can we look? Can we look
In
at
the grand
it?
scheme of
You know,
things.
can we look at it without it
Yeah,
knowing that we looked at it?
yeah.
I do have a third
But
theory.
regardless
So,
of
What's
that, sorry,
what's your theory?
regardless
No, no.
of that though, the those data sets, they seem to be able to predict like a lot of psyops, like the fucking the COVID shit and stuff like that, right? Like that was all in there, and
Maybe
like
it's
and
well,
like this is in '97 that it was saying that stuff for
true.
around that time, and that's the other thing he says too is like time is always a bitch with those web bots and stuff. Like you can't really predict things in time because our own choices and things like that can change things actually. Like even though those data sets say one thing, if we like have an awakening and our perception changes or our consciousness changes, we can change the outcome of situations. So even if it like is a psyop, it's still cool that it was able to like predict that psyop happening.
Yeah,
In a,
true,
you know,
true. Like
yeah.
I don't. Do you know Cliff High at all, Tom?
Yeah, I know who he is.
You know who she's talking
Yep.
about. Yeah.
Yep, I know exactly what he's talking about.
He looked based when I was watching his videos. I mean, he looked fine. I mean,
I
he didn't
actually,
look off his rocker.
the first time
Yeah.
I found him was actually early last year or the year before. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was actually before Trad even told me, like before I even knew Trad was even listening to him at the same time. And he was talking about in 2024, a group called the Forward Forecasters. They were tasked with basically looking at 2025 economic output. They're a group of like forward lookers, like you know who they are,
Remote
and
viewer.
remote viewers
Oh
and things
my
like that. Yeah.
fuck!
No, but let me finish here. Just let me finish what I'm saying here. So he was talking about these guys and how, and the very interesting thing that he was talking about how all 12, I think it was 12 of them, were all given a number. And all of them came back with the same thing that had nothing to do with finance or this said number. Every one of them came back with something happening in 2025, and they couldn't see past 2025. Now, with that being said, I thought that's interesting. And he showed some of the drawings and that some of these guys that were doing and shit like that. And one of the drawings that I found very profound was a long line of people just walking. And another drawing was these strikes coming down, hitting in one spot. which I found quite fascinating. So it's not that I forgot about that. It kind of rehashed something back about a month or two back when they said that this 3-eye atlas is supposed to swing by, or whatever the case may be, around late October, early November.
Yeah.
And so I'm of the mind, and this is where I get my third theory on this thing, and this one's the fucking tin hat one, guys. But you can't put anything past these people. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that this thing is actually real, which I do honestly believe. And it'd be actually kind of cool if you could see it fly by at the same time with the naked eye. Wouldn't that be actually kind of neat if you could actually sit outside and like, fucking see this thing fucking fly?
We have a camera on Mars. We'll be
So-
able to turn it.
So with that being said, they keep pumping this thing, this Harvard fucking Abbey Loeb guy's pumping
Yeah,
out
yeah,
hard.
Yeah.
November. Now, I personally have the mind in thinking that they are going to use that to release or show the world a, quote, new technology.
Yeah, this has everything to do with that. And like, I think of it kind of the same way, but I also think about it this way, is that these people who do this remote viewing and stuff like that, like, so there was a period of time when that specific group was doing it just like independently. But then they started to get some influence from some people, let's just say, if you know what I'm talking about, right? And that's when Cliff like quit associating with those guys, because they were doing this remote viewing thing not for the right purposes. And so sorry, what the fuck was I gonna say about that? Something else. I just got cognitive dissonance really bad. Oh yeah, about how the new tech and all that stuff is coming out, right? Because there was a lot of that like being like hidden, right? Like to do with this remote viewing, a lot of the shit that they were seeing, and they were saying that, yeah, we can't see past this, but I think that's part of the subversion. But wouldn't it be weird if you thought of it on like a greater level, how maybe this 3-eye atlas, if it was real, let's just pretend it's real for a second, like totally fucking real, and it's gonna fucking land here or whatever, right? That would mean that we would be experiencing and perceiving a new kind of technology for the first time. So it kind of lines up with what Tom's saying, but I think that maybe that's what it is. It's like part of like a psyop, and they're doing it through a psyop because they can't just show the people this shit because they'll fucking freak out, right? So
the Armageddon scenario.
Yeah. But what if it's even this? What if like, because they do all sorts of fucking like remote viewing and fucking psychic shit and all that. Like they pay big money and spend a whole bunch of time hiding the fact that they're doing this, like with their Black Ops projects and shit like that, right? So what if they did see fucking something like that happening, and that's why they're getting ahead of it, and that's why Trump's all like, oh yeah, we got this new technology that like defies space and time, and like he's coming out and saying that because as much as they're in control, there's a whole nature to this, and our consciousness in itself, like they can't stop what is I call God, or what is like the supreme consciousness, from giving us what we need and giving us the tools that we need to advance and stuff like that. Like they can't stop that. They can slow us down and put us in a psyop to make us think that we can't fucking do it, but really they can't stop it altogether. So it could be a natural progression of that, right?
The way I'm looking at it is that this 3-eye atlas will be nothing more than space rock flying through our solar system. It just so happens to be using the same technique that we use, but we didn't create the technique. It's just a technique. It's just a thing that happens. It's gravity. It's not. It's not like a big deal. I'm like, it's probably a nothing burger. I'm more concerned about Apophis. Apophis, I'm fucking terrified of. But
that's the thing though, Slip, is that there's a whole bunch of shit going on in this world that is just to make you fucking scared of shit all the time, okay? Yeah. Like, quit being scared of shit. Be more curious about it. Be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a curiosity about this, because if you're like afraid of this fucking thing happening, that will fucking happen. Maybe not to everyone, but to you it will. You gotta get out of that fear. Because that's what they want you. They want you to think, oh, there's this fucking thing flying towards Earth. It could have fucking life on it. Like everyone be scared. That's the actual psyop that they're trying to do.
Psyop. Yes. Psyop. That's the psyop.
Right?
And that's where I think that they're going to pull the quote Armageddon movie scenario, saying that there's this thing coming through the sky that might hit us, so let's use this new technology to beam it out of the air.
Apophis is that. Apophis is that. That's
we call Apophis Jormungandr, or Midgårdstormr.
Trad. 7 years. 7 years. If Apophis goes through the keyhole in 7 years' time, it swings back and smashes into the Earth. where do we think when we hear the word 7 years? What do you think of? The 7 weeks, the 77 weeks spoken of through
Yeah.
Daniel, the
Yeah,
last week, the week of the Great Tribulation, that week of 7 years.
I mean, it could be. And at the same time, though, like we know that they also sometimes use the Bible for their psyops as well, right? So
I mean,
it could
it
be
fits
that.
perfectly.
Like,
It fits perfectly. So you want to talk
all
about
I
a
know
psyop?
is this: is that it also says in the
It's coming,
Bible
baby.
is to have no fear, for I am with you. So don't be afraid of the fucking Apophis.
Also in Norse theology, there's a lot of show no fear, no fear, no fear.
No fear.
It's the one I'm looking at. It's the one I'm paying
Yeah,
very close attention to.
yeah, like
Hey,
even if they take my
cool.
body, if I truly am a believer, right, of like God, I know that I'm more than just this flesh. Like this flesh is nothing like but my vehicle. I should respect it, yes, but at the same time, they can take my flesh away and I am still me. So I win, especially if they kill me or if I die because of some natural
I'm
disaster.
just
I still win.
saying, we've got a couple of years out. Everyone can start looking into mines. Mines is
Yeah.
a good one. Your local, where's the closest underground garage? Just saying, putting it out there.
Yeah.
Just a good idea to know. So
That's
you know
a good
where to go.
tangent to go off onto like my whole thing. Like I would love to go into the earth, like but like really far into the earth and
Yeah.
see what's really going on in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's people
You know
down
what I
there I
mean?
want to meet.
Yeah.
What? What? What'd you say, Tom?
Yeah.
I said, there's people down there I want to meet.
Some people you want to meet.
You ever
Yeah,
you ever
they
like
shine a
do
very
any
beautiful sun down there.
yeah. You ever do
Hollow
any
Earth.
like inner earth rabbit holes? Like no pun intended. That's my favorite one though. Is when I say you ever like do any research on inner earth, go down the inner earth rabbit hole?
No, I a little bit, here and there, you see it as you go, as you're, going through your rabbit holes and stuff like that, and your different conspiracy theories and such. You run into it the odd time,
Yeah. Well, you know about the
ancient
black sun, right?
civilizations, possibly. It's no different from us. So when we were just talking about Apophis, whereas, what if ancient civilizations who warned us through the stories that we got through the generations about these cataclysms that come, in my opinion, that there wasn't a civilization that said, "Oh shit, we're about to get hit," actually did go underground, but just never came back.
I don't
That's
think
where
it's
the
like
Vril, that's in an idea where the Vril gets there a lot of
yeah,
their
like I do believe there's people in the ground, but I don't think it happened like that. I think that there's a whole other fucking
World.
world under there, and you know about the black sun, right? And all that
Yeah.
shit, and
Black hole sun.
Am I allowed to say
Do
the
you
S
know what
word?
this reads
on
and what that is? Do you know really exactly what that is?
No idea.
That
Yeah,
is
it's
the
actually
sun.
no. Actually, I do. Yes, it's Saturn. Thank you.
No, it's actually not Saturn.
No. That's the black sun.
That's the black hole
That's
sun.
more.
That's the
That's
black
more.
sun.
That's
The black-
more Zion. No,
The black
go ahead,
the
Trev.
black sun was Saturn or Jupiter, one of the two. That was the
Neither.
black sun.
No,
Neither,
that's
actually.
bullshit.
Yeah,
That's the fucking yeah.
You're
Go ahead,
thinking
Tom.
of the
You
black
explain it.
cube. You're
You're
thinking
thinking
of
of the black cube.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
thinking of the black cube is what you're talking about, Slip. The black sun or the Sonnenrad, what that is now the Vril Society and Maria Orsnick, they believe that there was a race of advanced species that lived in the Earth. And it was an inner Earth species, and the sun that shone above them was called the Sonnenrad, and that's what this is.
Oh,
It
the
literally
black
has
sun.
not. Yes,
A
yeah.
black sun.
Yes, but they call it the black sun, but it's not really that. It's called the Sonnenrad.
Yeah.
And so basically what it represents is literally power, energy. That's the best way I can put it. And so the black cube the black cube of Saturn, that's a whole different fucking wormhole that really stinks of hummus right there. And I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the two aren't related.
That black cube of Saturn, the hexagon on the North Pole, tied in with
Okay,
that.
so
black cube.
you're getting closer. So like, okay, so let's put it this way. Like, you know the book, The Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yes.
You ever hear of the book called The Smoky God?
No.
Okay, well, it's a very short book. I think it's like under 150 pages. It's a really good read. You should just read it. For the sake of it, it's fun. all of these books, and there's a bunch of other stories too. I can't remember all the names. I've read pretty much all of them. What's the other one called? The Iron Republic. There's a few other ones, but yeah, anyways, they all talk about this entrance to the center of the earth through the North Pole. And how when you actually get up there, like what happens is like there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff that happens. Like I in the one story, they're in the sea, right? So it's salt water and all their water's gone and shit. And they got nothing to drink. And the boy thinks to him, I'm just gonna put some of this seawater in my mouth because I'm fucking dying of dehydration. And he dips his hand down and it's fucking fresh water all of a sudden. Right. And like and they go through this like swale that brings them down, and apparently there's like this mountain up there, it's black as well, and they see two suns, and all these stories correlate the same thing. They're made out to be fictional stories, right? They're turned into children's stories basically. But that all ties into what he was talking about with Orsnick there and stuff, and working with Hitler and Die Glock and all that shit.
Trying to find the entrance. That's why they were so fascinated with Antarctica. They thought Antarctica was the entrance, probably.
Well, another fascinating thing about
maybe it was. Maybe it was.
I was going to say quick. Another fascinating thing about that book, The Smoky God, is that it's a Norwegian guy and his nephew, and the nephew didn't. The nephew's the one that wrote the book, like when he's like 98 years old. But at the time, he was young. So this is probably going back into like the early to mid 1800s. This happened. And it's a story of a Norwegian man and his nephew voyaging up to the North Pole, basically up through the North Sea and then right up. And then that's when they encountered, like what Trad was saying, that all their provisions were gone. They had nothing to drink, nothing to eat. They were pretty much fucking on death's bed or death's boat, if you want to put it that way. And it was the nephew that reached his hand in the water. He's I got to do something. And that's when they discovered fresh water out in this massive wide open area of water. Why is there fresh water here but not around it? Which was fascinating. And then shortly after that, they did leave that little area and it was back into salt water. But they ended up getting sucked down through a maelstrom into this particular area. And like what Trav was saying, there was mountains and like two suns shining, massive forests everywhere, and also a massive vessel with these people, as they were described, to be almost 12 feet tall, that rescued the nephew and the uncle and brought them back to their camp or with all that type of shit. Like, it's a very fascinating book. And they ended up, they spent a little bit of time there. They ended up leaving, and the uncle went back. And so that's how the story basically ends, is this guy's account and how his uncle ended up going back to said fucking underground land. Like, so it's very fascinating. I've never read Journey to the Center of the Earth, but I got a very good overview of that the Smoky God one.
Bad Hat Harriet. The swastika denotes North Star and polar power, some say.
Yeah, it's true.
One is for death and one is for life. The Nazis chose death, but the opposite way is
like, first of all, the swastika is a Hindu word, so we really shouldn't even be using the term swastika because we're not fucking Hindus. We should be using hooked cross because that's technically what it is.
Technically what it is.
Yeah.
And so the hooked cross represents the four positions of the Big Dipper throughout the year.
Yeah.
And also
that's the one for life. And the opposite way is for death.
Yes, and in some Norse tribes,
terrifying to think about. That's terrifying to think about. When you think about it, that's terrifying.
Yes, but also
one second, Tom. Let me go with this thought. All right, so if it's the Big Dipper doing the clockwise thing, that's what the swastika represents, or the hooked cross represents, right? The movement of the Big Dipper through the sky. So
swinging on its axis.
One way is life, one way is death. Oh, that's just summer and fall. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, go ahead. Summer and winter.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And so
that's why one is life, one is death. One is for summer, one is for winter.
Well, runes are like that. Like, you could take a rune, like, for instance, my Elga's rune that I wear normally, which I don't have on right now. When it's upright, it means life. That's why it literally looks like a dude with his arms up in the air, like, and trees and things like that. That's why when it's flipped upside down, it means death. And people with the peace symbol don't really realize that they're pushing peace, but they're actually pushing death.
Yeah.
So it's an inversion, right? Yeah. But what I wanted to say quick about the hooked cross also is that I don't know what they called it in medieval Scandinavian days, like pre-Christian days in Scandinavia. But I do know that some tribes, not all tribes, but some tribes, Swedish tribes and almost some Finnic tribes as well as the Sami tribes also kind of looked at that as Thor's hammer.
Oh, that's not any better. No, that's not any better because I would want to know.
Thor is a righteous character who slayed giants.
That not his hammer. His hammer slays giants. Exactly. That's not good. That's bad. I would want to know if the Big Dipper, when it how does the hood cross, one for life, one for death? If you could almost say that if the Earth reversed its polarity, reversed its continents, reversed its spin, something to do the opposite of. If we do something the opposite of, it's death, and that's been carried. I look like Thor's hammer, right? Yeah. That it's Thor's hammer, right? So one is for life, one is for death. When is it for death? When it's upside down.
Wait. Thor's hammer is for the purpose of doing death to preserve life in that instance, because giants go around eating humans, like typically in those stories, don't they?
Yeah, there are some that do. And also Thor's hammer is also used in fertility. Thor's hammer. I'm not joking. Like they used effigies of Thor's hammer carved out of ash wood, and during Norse marriages, they would put an effigy of Thor's hammer in her lap.
Oh, like that, baby!
Yeah. No,
about to get some. Yeah. The guy saw the Pleiadians. Billy Meyer said they told him about the peace sign being inverted. Interesting.
Yeah.
I would want to know about the Big Dipper, whether in summer and winter, whether it's okay. Does it represent from March till September, life, and then death is from September till March? It's just the change of the seasons. Or does it represent the if we're going this way, we're fine. If we're going this way, we're bad and gonna die, meaning death. I mean, because the Earth could, the reversing of the poles, and there's possibilities of continental displacements, and I get what if it's the opposite tilt of the axis? Who knows?
Well, there are some scientists that do believe that the core of Earth is spinning in the opposite direction.
Yeah, slowing down, stopped, and reversed already.
Yes.
I think that's a bunch of bullshit.
I do too, because I think there'd be significant shit going on top of the planet if that were true. I don't know.
I don't know about
that. Like, it's just a little too still around here.
That's why the bears are leaving Yellowstone.
And magma flying and shit. Like, it's just a little too still and calm around here sometimes for me to believe that that's going on all the time. Like,
yeah,
I don't know about that. Like, we don't even know.
The flip is technically actually is happening. That's why we're seeing all the earthquakes and the weather events, because that is actually what's happening. And if you read all Armageddon or whatever, no. Well, it's actual, technically real climate change, not
the real climate change.
What actually happens. Yeah. So the interesting thing, though, is that these changes that we're seeing on the planet right now were seen before, and they were written down. They're called revelations. It's called Ragnarok. It's called every culture's Armageddon story. If you read that closely,
through time.
You can actually place it on top of geological events, solar events, and all types.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I look like even the stories of Thor and Odin and all that stuff like that.
Ragnarok is basically a complete imprint of geological disruption.
To me, that's the Nephilim. The giants of old, the heroes and nobles of old. What does that tell you? They were great men, great warriors, great warriors. Here we go into halftime. Let's go.
It's halftime.
Does a video play in halftime?
Look at Doug's in that, eh? A big beard Doug's there.
What?
The beard on
video?
Doug's
she doesn't see nothing.
I can't see shit. I don't see a damn thing. I'm just talking over it. Can they hear us? No.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, guys.
That's the first time that's played through in a long time. That was like from end to end. Actually, was the full fucking segment. Fuck, I'm shocked.
That's an awesome video. The fucking beard on Dubs there is hilarious. It's just fucking like.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Because now it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone now. Yeah. Well, he moved up north. That's why. Yeah. Welcome to halftime. We don't have time to take a piss. So he goes, no time to take for piss. No time. No
Go
time.
pee, people.
Yeah, there's 3 of us though. So if either of us have to go, I mean, we can just tag out. You know, say hold it down for me for a couple minutes if you have to go. Just saying. Anyway,
I'll just start talking.
Anyway, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
About myself?
Those who don't know you. For those who
like
don't
what
know
specifically?
You. I don't know. What do you normally say? You've never been on a show where they ask you to say a little bit about yourself?
I live in the woods. I live deep in the woods.
Valid.
And Tom and Flip are my good friends. They're like my brothers. And I don't really know what to say.
Let's try it, everyone.
What else do I do? Like I homestead. I live off grid. I do homeschooling for my kids.
You have a YouTube channel, though. You're an influencer. You're an influencer. You've been on the House of Bad Influence
in a way. In a way, I am.
You were on with Michelle
on the micro level. On the very micro level, I like to think of myself as like a micro influencer.
A micro influencer. Ooh, I like that. A micro influencer. The 4 people that.
And by that, I just mean I like to add in my 2 pieces, my 2 cents about what's going on, and try to help my community and stuff with my own knowledge and.
Yeah, not like you were talking of it all in the chat. Just the dormouse in the chat.
Yeah.
No, we've built a pretty kick-ass tribe, man.
That's nice. Pretty good, eh? I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. You like my shirt? Big Dick is back in town. My nephew got me this. So that's why I wore it.
Oh my god.
His honor.
It's such a nephew gift.
Say I'm an asshole? Just asking.
No.
What are you trying to say, bud? What are you trying to say?
Me?
No, me. Never. Conversation with myself about myself. It happens. It happens.
Oh, okay. My tisms. I didn't understand the joke.
Yes.
Bad Hat says she's my co-host one day.
Yeah. Well, I have the Starlink now. We're gonna do a show. We actually have it like all planned out. It's just my internet was so slow until I got the Starlink, and now it's wicked fast, faster than anything I ever had.
Badass. What day are you gonna pick?
I don't know. She's got to tell me.
You gonna pick a day or what?
It's got to be a night she's not working.
Well, that's convenient. Yeah. Johnny would rock that shirt. Johnny would rock that shirt. Yeah, I'm technically. You're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. You can have a spare. This is mine. You can't have it. I'm not giving it to him. He's not having it.
I should make Johnny a shirt with one of those fucking groks I did of him as a fucking anthropomorphic.
Oh, yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Hot dog.
That'd be fucking funny. That'd be funny.
Oh, man. The one of him as a prostitute, like, smoking a cigarette and it's got a little coke.
If we keep saying his name, he's going to end up popping in the chat here.
He won't show up.
Yeah.
He wouldn't dare.
Some of those got a little out of hand, but it's okay
because it's poke, harass.
All right. What other? Oh, go ahead. Sir.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, you were just gonna say what other news craziness we're gonna talk about. I wanted to talk about. Hey, let's do the horoscopes now. Big Dick and the ass crockers. I like it.
Hey,
I like ass crackers. Ass crackers should be. Yeah. Let's talk about horoscopes. Trad. Let's go. Horoscope me up. Let me ask you a question. If I lived in China, and I was born on March 21st, would I have the same horoscope as someone born in Alaska on March 21st?
Well, that depends on whether or not you are following Western astrology, which in my opinion is like the fucking subverted, bastardized version of astrology. And I know this is gonna what I'm about to say might trigger some people, but just hear me out. Let me fucking finish the whole thing, okay? The true astrology that is actually fucking aligned with the stars and the planets and the sun and the moon and all that shit is the Vedic astrology, which comes from like the Caucasus Mountains, basically, is like where it originated from. And also it was also found way back in like India, but like I'm talking a long fucking time ago, and it was actually like white people, I guess, that started this way back in the day, like before India was like, how it is now, long ass time ago. So if you're following Western astrology, yes, it would be the same. But if you're following the Vedic Eastern ancient astrology, how it was originally created, then no, it would not be the fucking same, because everything is based, your whole chart is based off of the exact like coordinates of your birth, like with the location and everything, down to the like right on the degree,
So this is the so like I don't disagree with
Mhm.
the concept of people born in the same season, because there's 4 seasons in
Mhm.
Canada.
Mhm.
At any rate, there's 4 seasons in Canada,
Mhm.
and because they're so unique, I can go with the argument that people born in July have a different experience of life in general than people born in January. They're completely
Yeah.
different people. They are completely different people.
Mhm.
So because we have 12 zodiacs and we have 12
13.
months of 13
Yeah.
13
13.
zodiacs. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. What is it, the octopus one?
Ophiuchus.
The octopus.
No, the bearer of the snake.
Oh, well, there's
That's technically what I'm born under.
I don't know. I thought there was an octopus one. My buddy's got a giant octopus on his back because of the third. Anyway, at any rate, so people born in January will experience life differently than people born in July, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could take that, break it up into four seasons, right? Summer, winter, spring, and fall. Okay, so fine. Those are 4 different seasons. Then you could say, well, you can break it up even further by saying that there's the people born at the first of spring versus the people born in the middle of spring versus the people born at the end of spring would all also have different experiences, giving you 12. That would give you 12.
Mhm.
Now, across the world, to say now we're all going to have similar experiences, but I mean, the
Mhm.
nitty gritty of what they get into is just absolutely ridiculous. But I
You
mean,
want to
like I
know
said,
there's
though, so it's not the same for someone who's a Capricorn in Taiwan, it would not be the same type of a personality as someone born in Idaho.
that's
You
not
know,
necessarily true.
how
Now I
so?
could tell you because I'm technically I was born under Sagittarius,
Okay.
and some of the traits of a Sagittarius, just by even talking in a chat without even like this, I can pick out a Sagittarius because of the traits that we have.
But you're
And I can
also Canadian. You're born
I no, has nothing to do with it. I've picked out Sagittarius all throughout, and
from
they weren't even
where?
the United States, over in Europe, all different places like that.
Again, we're in the States because some of the states have a very similar seasonal
But what I'm getting at,
change as we
see,
have.
what I'm getting at is depending on the sign that the person is born under. Like I do believe that the sign does mean something because there's traits. Each sign, those people under that particular trait has or sign has traits. Now, for instance, Pisces. Pisces is a perfect example of this.
Okay.
Pisces women can get extremely hysterical. A lot of the times are actually serious empaths, but also
Mr. Trevley.
but it also could be extremely deceptive at the same time. Whereas, like say, Scorpion women, Scorpion men can be callous. Scorpion women can be even more fucking callous. A Sagittarius and a
Okay,
Scorpio actually don't mix at all,
let me ask
right?
though,
So, like, these are weird traits.
when were those traits cataloged?
Oh fuck, that's a question I do not know.
That would be my, like, if you're saying now that those traits have been cataloged since we've had the digital atmosphere, okay, well, I can see databases and learn language
Mhm.
models and okay, fine, polls, but again, those are all very subjective things. Those are very subjective. It's not like hard proof of it being like every Sagittarius has a horn that's okay,
Well, no,
fine,
no.
all right, okay, that's something kind of concrete, that's
Yeah, no, I
I'm
know what you're
just
talking about.
saying. I'm
And
just
there
saying,
are
like, if
lots that
there's a
don't
lot of,
mix.
I'm
Like
like,
there is a lot. Like when you
I'm
read,
not
like
saying
for
it's
instance,
wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying
no, I
I
know.
totally believe, and it could, you could understand that someone, like I said, someone born in July versus January are going to have completely different outlooks on life, completely different goals, completely different, just the way they react to the environment is going to be different. So
Well, yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of buy the horoscope thing in a way. So what happens when Pisces changes to Sagittarius?
What do you mean by
Too.
that?
What
Yeah,
happens then?
it does. They don't change like
Mhm.
that. Like
They don't change.
They
But
shift
the
in
whole
constellation, but the
so
the
you know about
signs themselves.
you know about the great year.
Are we not in Aquarius apparently right now?
Yep.
Yeah, but like that's just like an age, like given
The
to the
same
time.
constellations that you're born under. You're born
Yeah,
under the same sky, so like if you're born in Capricorn, Capricorn changes to I
this
think
is why I like the Eastern version better, is because it's like a specific location and time, and it's much more accurate. And I'm not saying there's nothing to the Western astrology. It's just like I could
okay.
probably
So
like
tell me
bring
about
up a whole history on how it's been bastardized or whatever.
how is the one that you like, the one that you think is better? How many constellations are there?
I don't know the exact thing because I'm not a fucking expert at it. Like I'm
You're just
quite
learning,
new to
right?
I'm quite new to it, but from what I see is that you can on a daily, it's not just like, oh, like your rubber stamp, like, oh, I'm a Leo, right? And like that's just what you are. It's like there's a lot of more to it, and like things are set up in houses, right? So you might be like Leo is your first house or whatever, right?
Would that
Like
be
that
where
everything else is
you
under.
were born, the way the sun rose up in the morning on
Well,
casting
no,
upon
it
Leo? Is
depends
that
on the position of the planets
planet?
and certain constellations,
Does it
okay?
change over time? Like over 2,500 years, would that change? Would your sign change in the original? Is there a
Well,
progression?
no, because
There,
the time you were born is like a marker, right? That's like the marker to the beginning of your journey, you could say, if you want to put it in a metaphor. And then as you move through time and the planets and the constellations and the sun and the moon, they all shift, right, into different positions. Well, based on those positions daily and even throughout the day, based on your location, like you can kind of understand what kind of energies and stuff you're going to be dealing with on
I
a
will.
personal level and
I'm
on like a more macro level as well, right? And I
okay.
find it just more useful than the Western version of astrology. It's not that that's not useful, but that's more based in like what Tom's saying, like things to do with the personality instead of like what is actually going to be your
Yeah,
energetic or
personality.
conscious experience during
Yeah,
that time. So that's how they differ for me. And I just find like I find the Western version useful to a point, but I find the other version just now because like I'm past like all that stuff
for
now.
that version
Yeah.
there, for the Eastern version, it would take 25,800 years to compile enough info to categorize everybody based on,
Yeah.
person.
Like
That's how long it would
it's
take
not
to
possible for
to do
everybody. But
for
that's
everyone.
why for one
That's
person to
everyone.
do it though, but for you to do it for yourself is another thing. And you're not, you don't look at it and say, oh, I'm going to look at my whole life, like the next 100 years from when I'm born to when I die, like that 100 years and write it all up. It's like an experience that you have daily. So you would look at it daily, I would say. Like, I don't look at this shit every day. I've just researched both and I'm just stating what I think is like the more useful one
I
because the
find it
Western one to me, just this is just my honest opinion of it. I know it's not like this for like guys like you and Tom or whatever, guys who like, have dealt like a lot with and are aware of like their egos and stuff, but for like the average NPC, like that version of astrology is actually used as like this fucking vanity thing or whatever it is, right? And you see people like they go around and they get tattooed on them fucking selves and buy shirts and shit that say like what their fucking astrological signs are and shit like that. And like it's been turned into a fad. That's what I'm talking about with the Western version. You can like go on an app on Facebook and it says,
oh
oh,
yeah,
Leo, this is what this means for you and this and that. And it's just a bunch of fucking horse shit. And it has
yeah.
nothing to do with actually looking up in the fucking sky and looking at the stars like our ancestors did and seeing what the fuck is going on, because as above, so below, right? So I know because it says that, and it says it in many ways in the fucking Bible and all sorts of other texts, that if I look up there, it's going to tell me about things that are going to go on down here. So
we just got done
that's
talking
why
about.
I can't appreciate it as much as the Eastern version. So
Those
that's why.
like Facebook fucking horoscope groups and shit like that. I think like in all the years I've been on Facebook, I think there's been a total of maybe twice they've actually said something on there that was actually relevant to what was going on in my life at the time.
Yeah.
But any other time, it was just like, yeah, no, that's horseshit. Yep, nope.
Yeah.
For me, it was when the girl didn't want to go on a date with me because I was a Capricorn. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Are you serious? Like, oh, this shit's real.
You dodged a bullet.
I was told. So I've been told.
She judged you by your horoscope, dude.
Oh yeah, totally. Like,
she thought this was 1971. She's like, "What's your sign?"
Now,
what's your sign, bro?
One question I have when it comes to these astrological signs, and you hear a lot of the woo talk about like we're in the age of Aquarius, and like then we go into the next one. Like,
shit's real.
I've heard that. Okay, like, so aside from the like the part of it we're talking about right now, is that separate? Is that like an esoteric aspect to it?
The age of Aquarius?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how I said, like, yes, we're in the age of Aquarius now, but then we're going to transition into another one.
After Aquarius.
So is that the esoteric aspect of that?
I still don't understand of what.
Because there's the physical. When you look outside and the changing of the planet going around the sun and the sky changes and moves and everything, like, yes, there's the physical. But I'm talking about the spiritual, the esoteric aspect of it. Is that what that is?
The awakening, the great awakening. It's supposed to be the changing of a god.
So because you hear a lot in history when a lot of strife and shit was going on, it was always the time of Aquarius. And then the time period would transition to the next one, and then that's the question I have.
25,800 years between. That's what I'm getting. That's the last time we were in Aquarius.
How long ago did you just say again?
25,800 years ago. That's a great year. That's how long it takes. That's how long it takes.
Do you know what happened around that time period?
What?
A polar shift. What do you know?
Oh, that's not great. That's not good news. That's not good news. Why would I want to hear that? Why do I want to? I don't want to hear that. That's not great news, Tom.
It's inevitable, man. It's inevitable. It's happening, right? Like there's nothing we can do.
Like in the Bible, that's why there's 4 guardian cherubs. Each guardian cherub, every cherub,
a magnetic speck of dust in all this black fucking space. Literally.
So there's 4 guardian cherubs, right? There's four of them, and then what they do is they protect the 4 seasons. That's what they do. So every three houses gets to a new guardian cherub.
That's interesting that you mentioned 4, because in Norse theology we also have 4 dwarves that lock Midgard in place. Nothri, Sothri, Estri, and Vestri.
There you go. So I mean, that's just. I mean, we're in every 3 houses. There's a new cherub. I think that's where Satan fell, is because he didn't protect the earth. Something maybe 6, because it didn't happen 3 houses ago. Nothing happened. I looked. There's fuck all. So, and they say it's hit or miss. Oh, we just lost her. They say it's hit or miss because it's what it is. The idea that the apocalypse of the great dragon or the great serpent or what have you, every 3 houses or every 6,200 years it is, because we're here. It's now in the age of Aquarius. It's going to happen.
Apocalypse or Armageddon? Because apocalypse means unveiling.
Oh, Armageddon. No, Ragnarok, but Ragnarok.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Because apocalypse technically means the unveiling.
Well, it's the idea that that Satan, the great red dragon, is actually a comet that flies around during the great year. It flies around, and every 6,200 years or some shit like that, it smashes into us. Because I think it works out to the last cataclysm that had happened was 12,000 years ago or some shit like that. So that's a bunch of fucking numbers that I don't keep track of too much. All I know is that we're entering into the new age, which is the new house, which is the new guardian cherub, which means that the earth is going to get smashed.
So soon. In the Christian end times, when the earth was destroyed the first time, it was destroyed by flood. Now it's, if I remember correctly, it's said that the next time it's going to be by fire. Is that right?
Biblically speaking?
Yes.
Well, he never really says. That's not really.
Okay, so that's just man's creation of what was said then? Next time it's gonna be fire.
Not specific. Like it's like saying in the book, the biblical book Hezekiah 2:3, it says, "Those who smoke in this life smoke in the afterlife."
Okay, so because the reason why I'm
waiting.
getting at that is
you have to wait for the chat. You have to wait for the chat. Wait for the chat. I wonder if anyone caught it. I've caught in pastors on it. That's hilarious. But yeah, like fire. Yeah, sure. Because Jesus says, do not worry about yourselves, for tomorrow the grass of the field is beautiful one day, and then the next day it's burnt up in fire. So, I mean, technically you could say, well, yeah, I guess technically he did sort of threaten the earth a couple times with fire. You can read Revelations and see the fire, but there's that 1,000 years of peace. And then all of a sudden God just walks in after the 1,000 years of peace and it just
flips the table.
It just gone. New heaven, new earth. Everything just, there's no what, why, there's no whys, there's no whats. And then heaven and earth disappear, and a new heaven and a new earth is created.
The story is very similar to Ragnarok, like extremely very similar.
Yes. Well, I think they're echoes, buddy. I think they're echoes from our ancestors. Exactly is what they are. They're echoes from the ancestors.
There was a few weeks back, and actually might have been a couple months back now that I think about it. When a lot of the tectonic earthquake activity really started kicking up, and that big 8.8 earthquake in Russia that shifted the Kamchatka Peninsula by 7 feet.
Did it move every mountain from its place?
There is mountains breaking. Mount Etna's breaking in half. All kinds of shit. Like there's been landslides. Actually, a town was a whole place. I can't remember where this was.
They say that it was one hell of a shockwave.
Also, too, just the other day, there was a massive fucking earthquake in Afghanistan.
Yep.
So what I'm getting at here is what I found really fascinating, because I know the story of how Ragnarok goes. And I was actually able to place certain actions within Ragnarok right on top of geological events. So it said in Ragnarok that the giants crossed the Alvagar River and lay waste to Midgard, and then end up having a massive fight with the gods in Asgard. And during doing so, Thor is fighting with Jormungandr in the sea. And once the two defeat each other, the massive tidal waves, because Jormungandr is the giant snake that wraps himself around the earth, completely just wash out everything that's all over Midgard, completely destroying it. As that's happening, Surt and his armies are making their way through, and Surt carries a flaming sword. And he's a giant from Muspelheim. And so the interesting fact about that, when it comes to the geological vents, is that massive earthquakes cause tsunamis. Big fucking time. And depending on the size of the earthquake and the depths of them in the ocean, can cause seriously massive fucking tsunamis. And so, again, like I was saying, I was taking events during Ragnarok and laying them completely right on top of geological events, and I found that fucking fascinating. And when it comes to the end battle, on how everything is destroyed, it said the earth is swallowed into the sea, but then rises again anew. And the two humans that are survived, that are put up on top of the branches of Yggdrasil, listen to this, they're named Leif and Leifrasir. The first two humans in Norse theology are Osk and Embla. But so when I was looking at that, I found that absolutely fucking fascinating. So that's when I started thinking,
well, how long ago did it happen?
Well, see, nobody knows this.
Well, you said you took it and put it on Geological Surveys, and so it would give you a time
from
frame.
geological events that we're seeing now, and geological events that we've seen in the past, like the massive tsunami that hit Indonesia years ago and killed like 250,000 people, the massive earthquakes, the gigantic earthquake we just seen in Russia, places like that. Yellowstone is rumbling. There's all kinds of super volcanoes
rumbling. They're all rumbling. The whole
the ground is rising in Italy.
Everything's rumbling.
So I was putting events of Ragnarok on top of geological events that are actually fucking happening and did happen.
Oh, so Ragnarok is to come, not has been.
Oh, it's a cycle. It always comes back.
Yeah.
How many years? Nobody knows.
Nobody really knows. The best guesstimation is about 3,600 years.
Every 3,600 years.
Yeah.
If you look to like in the Eastern astrology, like it shows the different you could call them what the fuck is it called? The different betas or whatever it's called. It's like the different ages. Yeah. So like there's a material age, and there's like a technological age, and there's a spiritual age, and like actually according to that too, we're right in this time where we're going from materialistic to a technological age, which like we are. It's fucking weird that it lines up. And also in between those cycles, there's a time of chaos that happens in between during like the switch over of those cycles. And that could also be too like, you know, Ragnarok revelations and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all very similar.
Echoes.
Yeah.
They're all echoes.
Mhm.
Mind you, I think the Bible is, of course, I'm going to call the Bible the most authoritative source of knowledge out there, of course, but I still do not disagree that everything, like from the Norse mythology to the Greek mythology to the Egyptian mythology, they're all echoes from the past, and you have to look through. You have to look through the stories and sort of look at it as a broad spectrum of. We normally get hit with meteors.
Yeah.
What would happen if we got hit with a big enough meteor that wiped out a civilization? What would it look like? How would that correspond to the stories that we hear from the past, and they echo of something bad?
Well, see, that kind of plays.
Hold the fort. Hold the fort for me.
That kind of plays into how when you look at that type of the echoes from the past, like what Slip was just saying there. When it comes to the Norse theology aspect of it, in ways, it's not really wise to think of the gods as gods, but instead of those that came before us, our actual ancestors that wrote these tales down and then passed these tales down through word of mouth or whatever the case may be, and then maybe something changed, and so like said people, the word changed to gods or race or whatever the case may be, right? So when I heard that and I studied that particular aspect of it, when it comes to like the Ragnarok and like the geological events, that really rang like true with me. Like, no, and I've heard that so many times from tribesmen that no, we don't look at them as gods, we look at them as our ancestors, right? And I found that fascinating, and it kind of ties in my opinion, with kind of what we're talking about, how they're echoes from the past, right?
Yeah, well, in a way, like everyone that came before everyone who's alive now is an ancestor, so you have to kind of think of it that way if you're looking at the grand scheme of things, right?
Yeah.
So, and like the gods and like even Jesus and like we come from God, like if you want to look at it through the Christian perspective, right? Or whatever
it is. That's the one question when it comes to because I personally, like, I'll tell you, I don't believe in evolution. I don't.
Why not?
Because if it was true, why aren't we seeing transitionary forms today?
There's 3 leaves. There's 3 bugs on a leaf. Right? 3 bugs on a leaf. A green one, a red one, and a blue one. Which one lives? The green one. That's natural selection. That's what evolution is.
Natural selection. Okay, if you want to look at it like that.
That's what I look at it. I don't. Evolution is gay and stupid. Everyone talks about.
We came from a single cell organism and then walked out of the fucking ocean.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that.
Where's the proof, though? There's no proof.
You ever watched the series When We Were Fish?
No.
Yeah, there's a series on it. It shows the evolution.
Now, why aren't we seeing the transitional forms, though? Why aren't we seeing the transitional forms? Did something just turn around? Yes. And did something just turn around and go, that's enough, and turn off the fucking
They died
engine?
off. They're dead.
Now, I do joke that if the missing link is real, the Vatican's got it locked up in its fucking cellar.
I think we are a created species. Myself, I think aliens came down and tinkered with our DNA. Fuck yeah, that's like what? So God created Adam and then placed him in the garden. Well, what do you mean you created him elsewhere? Where exactly did you create him?
See, there's parts of creation like I get it, but there's parts of it I don't believe either. Like for instance.
Creation's easy. God said, "Let the earth bring forth all the animals," and God didn't create shit. God didn't.
The animals.
He said, "Let the earth do it." The earth. That's it. That's where they're gonna live. They're living there. I'm not fucking living there. They are. So let the earth bring forth everything, and it did. And that's evolution.
So what you were just saying there a second ago doesn't really say where Adam comes from. You just bang, there's Adam kind of deal, right?
No, yeah.
The funny thing is like in Norse theology, humans come from driftwood.
Driftwood.
Yep, 2 pieces of driftwood.
Driftwood.
How it's the story goes is
the Bible. It's clay. So I mean,
how the
say?
story goes is Odin, Loki, and Honir were walking the beaches and the plains of the new creation that they just created, and they didn't see any people. They didn't see anybody, and how it goes is that they came across two pieces of driftwood. One was a piece of ash from the world tree, and the other one was a piece of elm. And so they basically, how it said that Odin breathed life, Loki breathed warmth and fire, and Honir breathed in reasoning and consciousness. And that's how. And the first two people were called Ask and Embla. But it's a creation of three, which I also find interesting because if you read Sumerian theology, humanity was created by a set of three dudes in a fucking laboratory. That's why they keep saying. That's why you hear some people saying that. The Garden of Eden is technically a Sumerian human laboratory. Right,
when the Bible says, "Let us make let us make man in our image."
Yeah, that's one thing that caught my eye when I first read.
That's what it says, like verbatim.
That caught my eye immediately when I first read that years ago.
Let's make man in our likeness and our image. Look, pardon?
Because my first question was after that is like, I thought this was monotheistic.
No,
who's our?
It's not,
right?
And it makes sense. No, it makes sense too. It does make sense. Like I'm not retarded. I do believe in the Trinity. I do believe that God can be Jesus and the Holy Spirit all at the same time. Do you know how I believe that? Because you are too, my friend. You are too. There's two people talking in your head right now of your left and your right hemisphere, talking over the corpus callosum, making the spirit, which is you. So you are three, actually. So yeah, I believe it. It makes sense. Like everything in the Bible makes sense. Like everything sort of fits. Like, okay, well, it's not completely retarded. You know, it's not like the one that, because when I first started getting into being spiritual, I read all the books. And like the one where it's a bird and it lands and it shits out an egg and that becomes the earth, that was a cool one. I was like, oh yeah, that sells me right there. That makes complete sense. Like I don't, whatever. But even still, like I look at what the Bible says about in Genesis. The Nephilim came from the fallen angels. They were the giants, the mighty men, the heroes of old. Who would they be? The great men. The strong Hercules, Thor, all of them.
There's giants in pretty much every culture's history.
Apollo. Yeah, totally. Hello. You start talking about the giants in the earth. I'm like, well, I mean, did they escape? I mean, I don't know if God said he took care of every one of them or not. I'm not sure. I forget. I don't know. Goliath was a Nephilim, part of the Nephilim race. Goliath was, and that was back in David's time, which is way later than Genesis.
Said that Odin is the son of a powerful Nephilim. And so
really?
I don't believe that personally, because if that's the case, then that means the Aesir gods are Nephilim, and that's not how Norse theology the creation of the gods and like how it all started. That has absolutely nothing to do with that. It doesn't mix at all.
Yeah.
It's very odd like that. Like, because literally in Norse theology, in its creation of the beginning, there was only two, like in the vast, what they call Geninga gap, basically meaning the black void, the great nothingness.
Yeah.
There was only two spheres. The sphere of ice and the sphere of fire and soot, Muspelheim and Niflheim. And as gravity pulled them closer together, the fire would melt the ice and it created a plateau. And a giant was formed by the name of Ymir, and a cow was formed, which I find fascinating.
A cow?
Yeah, I don't know where this fucking cow came from either. I'm a Norseman and I still don't know where this cow came from.
Could be a constellation.
That's kind of what I was thinking, because it's
constellations.
It's a hard name to pronounce, and it's Umdala. It's a really weird name. But as Ymir slept and fed off the udders of the cow, giants would spring from his back and between his legs and out of his armpits and shit like that. Like it's just crazy. So while that's happening, the cow would lick the ice, the salt and the ice that were being formed from these two realms being pulled together by gravity. And while doing this, the cow licked a head from the ice. And then as the cow continued to basically lick the ice and the salt, and a figure emerged. It was the first Aesir god, Bor. And so Bor is the grandfather to Odin. technically. So it was there was this completely separate
See,
race.
that's why I
licked
can't.
out of
That's
the-
why I can't. That's why I can't do it. Like you read the Bible, it's like that makes sense. That all makes sense. It can all be proven. It
But
all
in the
makes
Bible,
sense.
it just says, "Bang," and I appeared.
No.
Is there a creation to the Creator itself?
Mm-mm.
See, that's the thing. In Norse theology, there's a creator, there's a creation to the creation itself, but by complete and random chance.
I am what I am. Tell them the great I am sent you. That's what God said. I just am. I just am. No beginning, no end. I just am. I'm just here. Hello. I'm just
Maybe
here.
the same thing in Norse theology. Like
There's
maybe
a
something.
giant. Listen, I'm sorry. There's a giant fucking spider on the wall. Listen, I don't know. Who said
Can you
spiders
turn
were
the
our
camera?
friend.
Can I see it?
I can't. Oh yeah.
Oh,
No, I can't. I can't. What a fucking size of that cocksucker. Oh, he's huge.
Oh, that's just a small one.
Small. Oh, looks small to me. That looks
Okay,
like
dude,
that.
I'm used to spiders like this big around. So to me, that's a small. Now it's a gone one. It's gonna piss rain now.
I hope it died. Die in the trash bag, you cock. See, now I don't know if I killed it though. Now it's all mad at me. Now it's mad at me.
I don't think they're that vindictive.
I think they are. I think he knows. He knows I was here. Now I'm all fucking paranoid. Sit over here. I'm in a shed, dude. Like, I'm barely in here as it is. Like, I only come in here Wednesday nights basically to stream.
Yeah, you
Also,
look like you're pretty
super
crammed in there, though. That's pretty funny.
Oh no, I'm not. No, I'm just sitting weird now. It's nice. It's nice. I got a lot of space. I got enough room for Trevor. If Trevor comes to visit me, he has a spot right here. It's big. It's huge in here. I could put a bed in it. Would never put a bed in here now because of that fucking spider I just seen. That was massive. I would never put a bed in here now. I joked about sleeping in here one night when I was drunk, which happens a lot. But I mean, that's the point. Now I'm all fucking paranoid. Now I'm paranoid. Yeah. Now I'm paranoid. That's why things are so fucked. We remember a better time. To be honest, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think our genetics remember. Like even going back, like the genetic code, the genetic memory of our past, our ancestors.
Time.
It's like, you know what I mean? It's almost like a blueprint or a download that you get in the brain or something like that.
I'm always concentrated on future me. That's what I focus on, future me. To be honest, that's where my mind has been a lot lately. Is future me? Like what's in store for future me? Because right now I don't have a fucking clue. She's back, ladies and gentlemen.
That's one thing too. I've been doing is actually looking at not so
retirement?
much like no
pension plans, pension
plans. What the future holds, because
I do working.
It's looking. Besides working, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, really? Well, that's good. I'm glad you have a positive outlook.
I've always been optimistic, dude. You know that.
Talk to me after 2029. Mm-hmm. Talk to me after 2029. All right, then I'll put the shovel away. You know.
Hey man, whatever happens in 2029, man, because we got like 2 asteroids headed right at us. That in 2029, at us.
Yeah, 2.
Two. Yeah, 2.
2.
One's supposed to hit us, and one's supposed to take out the motherfucking moon. Or the one. It's not supposed to hit. The one is supposed to hit the fucking moon. Yeah, one of them is.
Oh,
I might be wrong about the one about Earth, but I do know that the one is. It's the trajectory that they've got right now is it's basically right on par with clipping the moon.
Oh,
that's not a good thing, man. Because again, gravity.
What's its name? Mm-hmm. Asteroid to hit the moon. What the fuck? Someone asked me that the other day. I'm like, no, to hit that. I think it was you, Tom, talking about it.
Yeah, it was in 2029. Apparently, these things are fucking headed towards us, which kind of makes me wonder why they did what they did in 2020. Now, kind of makes me look at all that in a little bit of a different fucking view.
2032.
That's the one that's the third one. There's 3 of them. There's 3 of them. 2 of them are in 2029, and the third one comes in 2032. And when I found that out, I started looking at 2010 on completely different and why they did what they did.
Right.
Especially the lockstep documents, and especially 2020 and everything that happened after that.
Apophis?
That's what makes me think that they're building something. That's why they had to rob everybody.
Apophis. It's just talking about Apophis. 2029. Yeah, the only thing for 2029 is Apophis, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I could be a whack job conspiracy theorist with that theory, but like just something tells me that they're building something.
What, on the moon?
No, I think it's not even for the moon. I do believe it's off planet though.
Oh,
You ever seen the movie Elysium?
I love Elysium. It's a good movie.
Kind of, I think something like that.
Good movie. Like that.
All right, guys, I've got to dip. I got to serve Rogue his birthday pie, and then I got to blow up like a bazillion balloons. It's one of my
Happy
kids' birthdays tomorrow,
birthday.
too, so
happy birthday. Shut
right.
up, slip
you.
of Christmas.
Okay.
All right.
Have a
Okay.
good night, guys.
All right,
Later.
take it easy, Trad. Have a good night. Happy
Let's come
birthday,
on.
Rogue.
See ya.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
My dude, Rogue. It's my dude. That's my
Yeah.
dude. My
Yeah.
dude, Rogue Spear.
Rogue and Trad are awesome.
Awesome people. They are. She's talkative too. It's good. Some people are a little timid, but she's experienced. She knows the drill. That was a fucking fight with Rumble though.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with Rumble sometimes. I remember back, not last year, the year before in 2023 when Island Jason was doing his show. I had a hard time trying because a couple times he wanted me to come on and shoot the shit, right? And at the time I couldn't get the laptop that I was using. It wouldn't fucking run Rumble Studio, and it was a bitch and a half. So I had to use my phone, and it was a bitch and a half to do that on the fucking phone. But the computer I'm running now, it works fine.
Let's switch topics, Tom.
Sure.
How long you and Sarah been together now?
3 years.
3 years. What makes a successful relationship? You guys are a good couple. That's why I'm asking. What do you believe is the success to your relationship?
Number one, honesty.
Yeah.
No hiding shit. Honesty. Trust in each other. Things like that. A lot of people think it's like, oh, well, you gotta have great sex. Like, okay, yes, fine, that's a part of it, but at the same time, like,
ew, who says that to you? No one says that from our community. No,
no.
That's just assumed. It's just assumed.
Yeah, but like, there's more to it than that. Like, also, like compromise, things like that. Like, for instance, like my ex, like there was no compromise there. It was like their way or no way.
Yeah,
and like. I put up with it. Still can't believe I put up with it as long as I did, but it was the way I did though. But it's not like that anymore. And another thing too is being open and confident with your, like, when it comes to financial type of shit, because again, that is a major part of it. Yeah. That does cause a lot of like relationship splits. It's like people that aren't upfront and like hiding their money or hiding this or hiding that or whatever the case may be. Right.
Right.
Like there's no point for that. Like if you're going to be like doing things together, then do it together. Right. So that's one thing I find as well.
Did you so 3 years so you're up? Are you up? Did you guys go into the love languages and stuff like that? Did you? What
do you mean by that?
Do you know what the love languages are?
No, that's a term I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I don't really want to ruin your fucking relationship. So I say there's 6. I say there's 6 love languages just because I like being weird. But there's 5 categorically. There's physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, getting gifts, and quality time. Those are the 5 official love languages. I say there's a 6th one called PDA, public displays of affection, I also include as a particular love language. Does that ring a bell at all to you at all?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So you guys weren't like, you weren't like doing that shit. Like, oh, let's compare our love languages and shit like that.
No,
you're just kind of 2 normal people that said, hey, I like you. Well, I like you too. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Because it's out there. It's out there. Like in the dating scene and stuff like that. It's out there. I'm just curious. I was just curious. Did Tom get into that stuff, that nonsense? Are you into the self-help nonsense at all or no?
No. I am who I am.
Yeah. No childhood trauma. You know what I mean? Childhood trauma. You want to talk about, Tom?
No.
No. Everyone's got PTSD. Didn't you know?
Do you want to hear something? You want to hear something fucking?
PTSD.
I got to tell you this story. This is fucking hilarious. A couple weeks ago when we're up at the Trad and Rogues campout.
Oh yeah.
Me and a friend of ours, Auroran, we're down at the other end of the property and we're shooting arrows, right?
You were
As we
telling
hit-
me this.
right? And so I got I think I was shooting next, or he was. I can't remember. And all of a sudden, we can hear this woman's voice, but it sounded like, okay, we were facing going out towards property. You know what I'm talking about? Like we're in the way in the back, but facing out this way.
Yeah.
And it sounded like it came from like the far left, like way off, like this. I'm like, fuck! It sounded like what the hell was that? It sounded like it came from way the fuck over there. And Rowan's like, I don't fucking know, right? And then it was like a couple minutes later, I see my mother walking down the side. I'm like, oh, it's fine. Then I figured out who it was, right? So here's the fucking funny part. I find out later. Derek was there, and he turns around and he heard my mom fucking scream that because I guess she screamed like, remember when you're a kid, you get the all three names screamed.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I bet you Tom's
names.
having bad memories or having some severe trauma.
Careful, Tom. Not everyone's got 3 names, you know.
Oh fuck! I killed myself fucking laughing when I heard him say that.
You ever meet someone who doesn't have a middle name?
No, that's what I can think of.
I have. It's weird. I think it's weird. Like, what? You don't have a middle name? Like, what? Every Canadian has a middle name. Not so. I was flabbergasted. I was like, what? No? Oh, I don't even know why the fuck do we have a middle name? Why is that?
I think it's I think that's why they call it a Christian name. I think that's the term Christian name. You ever heard that old term? Like that's my Christian name.
Really?
I think that's what it is, or maybe that's the first name is what they classify as.
Like one's your house, one's your family, one's.
Because I know last names are technically derived from like what your family or tribe would have been doing, or whatever the case may be. Like Smiths, usually black Smiths. Right, things like that.
I have that. I have that. My whole fucking name. My whole name is English as fuck.
Or like if you want to get into like the whole Germanic and Saxon, even Scandinavian with the sun in the back of it, right? Like,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And in Iceland to this day, they actually still use for instance, a woman, their last name would be their father's name and daughter at the end of it.
Oh.
Yes.
See, that's what I mean.
So right? Like say some dude in Iceland named Gelver, for instance.
Right.
Right. Had a daughter named Astrid. Her name would be Astrid, Gelver's daughter. Literally.
Gelver's daughter.
Yes, literally.
That's her name.
Yep.
Interesting.
But
wooden
son,
spoons and slippers.
A son under the mother, because under the father it's always son. Like for instance, like I'll use the term with Thor Odin's son. That's technically what his name is. But when he's referred to through his mother, he's known as Thor Jarþrubr, which meaning the son of the earth.
Huh.
Yes. So when there's a feminine and masculine, right?
Yeah.
To those.
So that's still done in Scandinavia to this day.
To a point, yeah. In Iceland, yes. And cool. also in most Scandinavia, yes, yeah.
That's cool. That's a different culture. I think that's really far out.
But same within Gaelic culture and Irish culture, Mac means son.
Mac. Oh.
That technically means son.
Oh,
like my last name, McHugh, for instance, means son of fire, technically.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did not know this. I don't have a Mac. I'm not one of the Macs, unfortunately.
I'm a Mick, not a Mac.
Mac.
Yeah.
Mac.
But my father's last name.
This old man came rolling home. Sorry.
My father's last name is people think it's Roger, and that's how it's pronounced, but it's actually Old French called Rodger, which is derived from Old Danish from Hrothgar, which means famous spear.
But you still have a middle name.
Yes.
See?
Yeah, I don't know where my middle name, who I'm out named after.
Why? I don't know. Like, I come from a very English family, so it doesn't surprise me. Not that I ever fucking knew them, but that's the point. Like where both of mine, all my names come from is from it's not from my mother's side, it's from my father's side, who I have no contact with at all. But yeah, it's English as fuck. Like, it's just fucking English. Like, holy fuck. Like, pick up your fucking medieval knight, bud. That's why I love England. Like, I'll wear an England hat. Why? Because it's my heritage. It's my name.
Actual Albionic or English? Because English is actually a mix of Norman French, Parisian French, Danish,
the
Norwegian,
the juice,
Dutch.
the Jutes. What are they called?
Oh, Utes. That's
The Utes,
Danish.
yeah,
They're technically
yeah.
Danes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ute.
Yeah.
The Utes came over and
Well,
inhabited.
fucking English is German, for fuck's sakes.
No, it's Danish.
Danish, German,
Yep.
same fucking thing, isn't it?
No. The term "ing" comes from the tribe called the Angles. They immigrated from like when you look at a map of Scandinavia and you see Denmark, there's a tip part comes up like this.
Yes.
Sorry, comes up like this, right? And it's Jutland, Angles, and Saxony underneath of it.
Right.
The Saxons came over; they were the dominant ones. The Angles came over and established East Anglia, and then the Utes came up and established Northumbria. And Mercia and places like that. Now, the term England comes from the Anglicans. Sorry. That's where the ing comes from, is technically from the Angles tribe. But the dominant, who ended up taking over through Alfred the Great, they were Saxons. So there were still Danish Germanics. They were more Germanic than technically Danish.
I'm just retarded with this. And I told Miss Slip, I told her, I said, that's Alfred the Great. I know that name. That's kid's probably Alfred the Great. That's the storyline, right? I don't know nothing about that shit. I like watching about it. Because we are Canadian, right? We are Canadian. So I'm like, I have a
but our ancestry comes from there.
I know it's a slight interest in it, a slight interest, but I'm more concerned about the trees and the rocks here in Canada.
Yes, because our blood is
our
here.
Culture and our way of life.
Because our blood is here.
Yeah, our blood is here. This is where we were born. So this is where you are. This is your this is your blessing. Enjoy it. All the land is blessed.
Basically, all Canada really is a massive extension of basically Europe.
Yeah, we conquered it. It's ours.
Because even the four main classes.
It's ours. We conquered it. It belongs to us. Thank you.
Yeah, conquered.
This
totally
belongs to us.
Because even the four main categories that's on the ensign, the Irish, the French, the Scottish, and the British. Each one of those categories of European also have dumped a lot of Germanic, Slavic, original Hispanic, which is technically modern day Irish and Scot, and things like that. Well, more Irish than Scot, really, but also
Spanish.
Hispanish.
Oh,
not the Spains that we know today.
Hispanic or Hispanic.
The original Gaelic tribes. Some of them came from Spain when they were pushed out by the Romans and migrated north. My ancestry technically comes from Spain. Yes.
I'm so fucking confused.
What were they called? Scythians, I believe, or something along that lines, or Iberians, maybe, or something.
It's just a fucking mix, smash of fucking Germans and Danish and Spanish and fucking.
So when it comes to
why the Brits have black hair.
So that's why when it comes to the red ensign, the crest on the red ensign,
spider.
Each one of those categories of French, English, Scottish, and Irish have all of those bloodlines that come from Scandinavia, Germania, all those areas also entwined within their bloodlines. Like, for instance, at that time period when Canada was established, when the first ones over here, the Normans, there's a reason why they're called the Normans. They were all descended from Scandinavians, Danes, Swedes, mostly Danish and Norwegian, some Swedes, but mostly Danish and Norwegian.
Yeah.
And so that's also why the Normans were hella conquerors too. Like, they fucking conquered England in 1066. They fucking conquered Italy. They ended up fucking over Ireland later on too. Like, they did a lot of shit. Like, they were conquerors, really. Scythians. Thanks, Tradlife.
Scythian.
Yeah. So yeah, so again, Canada is descended literally from all of Europe, not just the British Isles, but all of Europe. Yes, those were the dominant names of those people that came here at the time, and that's why they were on our crest. And that's why I keep saying, like, there's also each one of those represents a subgroup from Europe itself. That's why Europe itself is the perfect example of actual multiculturalism.
Yeah, we all kind of look the same though. But I mean, even still, there's still racism. I think we're way harder.
It's not ethnic. It's cultural, though.
It's like Italian versus the Belgians versus the fucking Russians versus the fucking England is so fucking racist. They do it by dialect, for fuck's sakes. They
Yeah,
all look the
it's
same. They're all
cultural.
from the same. It's all.
That's what I'm
cultural.
saying. It's
Cultural
not
taste of it.
ethnic. It's cultural,
Oh, it's all cultural. Yeah.
right? But technically, in the ethnic aspect, if you want to take up the culture, just look at it in the ethnic, the genetic, like technically in the genetic code. Europe is technically the perfect example of a multicultural society that worked for many years until like some people decided they didn't like it anymore because like they didn't like Romans and shit. And I'll leave it there.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I just was flabbergasted when I found out that in England it's so bad that they do it by accent. I'm like, holy
Yeah.
shit, we're fucking picky. Like white people are fucking picky. Like, holy
It's no
shit.
different here. Somebody walks
Damn.
up to a city person walks up to a hick that's got that draw a little bit. There's gonna be a little bit of a cultural fucking difference.
To be on, and I think it's the opposite actually. I think the hick is more slant eyed toward the city slicker.
Usually,
honest. Yeah, it's more like people from the city don't really care if you live in fuck Idaho. Like, we don't care. Like, do you have the same shit we do? Okay, well, like unless you lived like I did, where we didn't have hydro and water. Okay, well, fine. I could see you being a little judgmental. But I mean, comparatively speaking, I think it's the opposite way. I think they're more fucking cities like are stupid. Fuck, like that's why I look at it, right?
Oh, don't get yourself. Gullible. There's some city slickers that fucking go out just to piss off because they don't like it. It's a back and forth. It's not just one. It is
the rich versus the poor.
Oh yeah,
sounds like to me the rich versus the poor, as always.
Oh, pleb, fuck you.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is, though. I laugh. That's funny. I don't know. I think people are fucking retarded, mostly.
Yeah.
I think we're just stupid.
But me personally, I've always been fascinated by Europe, its history, its true actual multiculturalism, and the human migration patterns that took place throughout those time periods, and how they maintained their ethnic genetic code, but still actually went and became a multicultural, a true sense of what you want to call a melting pot would be Europe up until a time period where, like I said before, a certain amount of people didn't like it anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't
Even
know.
the Slavic world, for that matter. Look at the Slavic world. The Slavic world was mixed with the fucking Oriental world and all that type of shit.
True. Like that's on that border, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I think to protect the proper thing to say is that you should protect your genetic code that brought you here. From here forward, you will live forever through your children. So have as many children as you possibly can, and like if you can marry within your clan, I would say even better. Like your clan. Like that's the only way I can look at it. Clan. Like it's a large enough family group that you don't have inbreeding happening, but you stay kind of keep within your own kind.
Well, and that's in a way. That's the reason why
project your genetics to project your genetics forward, and teach your kids to marry within their clan as well, because that way it takes.
But also, that also can be a destructive at the same time. That's
totally
why you. Could. That's why you also see in a lot of like look at the medieval time period, for instance. You would see like chiefs or jarls or earls even marrying their daughters off to the sons of a chief of another tribe for the tribal union. So those two tribes would become one unified tribe, and then that tribe would grow. So even still, a lot of the times they wouldn't really technically marry within their own tribe, because a lot of the times they were related to the majority of said tribe.
Yeah, true. Like that's where the trip, but like close as possible without inbreeding.
Yes,
and that to project your genetics, whatever they may be, right now, this race, because think of how long it took to get here, the struggle, the like I had ancestors that were fur traders, and like they were paddling through the fucking rivers and fighting off wolves and shit. That shit's cool. That's a hell of an ancestry to carry forth in time, which has made me who I am. My fears, why I hate sharks, which is weird. I don't know what it is. Fucking terrified of sharks for some reason. It's weird.
Cuttlefish do it for me.
Is that a fear from the past, where I got eaten by a shark or something? Like my ancestor got eaten by a shark or scared by a shark, and so that carried through by, like, who fucking knows? That's the way I look. It just echoes from the past, right? So I look
Well,
at it
yeah.
that way, like, that take what you are now is special and earned, and you should project that in as close proximity as your people as you can to, like, and I don't care if it's Oriental, African, Sub-Saharan, I don't fucking care. Each and every individual person is important and has an intelligence and should go forward in his own kind.
And the genetic
That's the
memory,
proper thing to say.
the genetic memory will speak to you. It'll speak
Stick
to you
to your
through
own.
It'll speak to you through your blood. And
Well,
if you can figure out how to get in tune with that genetic memory being shown to you, you'll see things will be shown to you. I'll put it that way. Things will be shown to you. And then that's how you'll know if you're on the right path or not.
True. Okay, it's 10:01, peeps. I'm out of here.
All right.
Tom, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Man. Thanks for having me on.
I gotta bounce, so
alrighty.
I'm gonna close
Have
it
a good night.
and end it. Later.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Pete's. See ya.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks, Tradlife, for coming on.